If you like what you see, why don't you think about subscribing? And make sure to check out my channel for videos just like this. And look at the entrance to Epcot, you all. Nobody is coming in. That is crazy right now. Alright, what's going on, people? It's your boy MrBucketlist, and here we are at Epcot. You see I got my mask on, you look around, everyone else does too. It's COVID at Epcot. Let's check it out. Peace. What is going on, people? I want to thank you all for joining me for another one of these Everything on Location series here at Epcot. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. I do weekly videos like this all the time. I have a huge playlist of videos, so definitely check it out. And one last thing. Also, I will leave the timestamps in below. This is going to be a very long video, so if you want to look at certain areas or certain rides or a mixture of everything, I have the timestamps below, so please check that out. Hope you all enjoy this video. I'll see you soon. Peace out.
I think everything's just on that center building.
Arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle. And please watch your children. Please take small. And please watch your children.
Like a grand and miraculous spaceship, our planet has sailed through the universe of time, and for a brief moment, we have been among its passengers. But where are we going? And what kind of future will we discover here? Surprisingly, the answers lie in our past. Since the dawn of recorded history, we've been inventing the future one step at a time. So let's travel back in time together. I'll show you how our ancestors created the world we know today, and then it will be your turn to create the world of tomorrow. Here, in this hostile world, is where our story begins. Struggling to survive, until we learn to communicate with one another. Now we can hunt as a team, and survive together. It takes 15,000 years to come up with the next bright idea, recording our knowledge on cave walls. There was only one small problem. When we moved, the recorded knowledge stayed behind. Now let's move ahead to ancient Egypt, because something is about to happen here that will change the future forever. Unknown Egyptian found in Reed's lab is inventing papyrus. This is paper. Papyrus in turn creates better record keeping, plans, designs, and unfortunately taxes. But it also brings with it the dawn of great civilizations. At this point, each civilization has its own form of writing, which none of the others can understand. But the Phoenicians, who trade with all of them, have a solution. They create a simple common alphabet, adaptable to most languages. Remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs? Like the Phoenicians. They invented them. their armies around, they built a system of roads all over the known world. Rome built the first World Wide Web, and it's leading us into the future. But then we hit a roadblock. Rome falls, and the great library of Alexandria in Egypt is burned. Much of our learning is destroyed, lost forever. Or so we think. It turns out there are copies of some of these books in the libraries of the Middle East, being watched over by Arab and Jewish scholars. The first backup system. The books are saved, and with them our dreams of the future. In the meantime, here in Europe, monks toil endlessly recording books by hand. But that is about to change. In 1450, Gutenberg invents the movable type printing press. Now knowledge can travel as fast as these new books. And travel and the result is an incredible explosion of innovation we call the Renaissance.
Number, please. I'm sorry that one was busy.
This humble young man wins again at the Berlin Olympics, proving to the world that champions come in all races, creeds, and colors.
By now, we're all communicating from anywhere on Earth. And in 1969, from somewhere else. To send a man to the moon, we had to invent a new language. And now I believe your future is just about ready. Let's take a look, shall we?
Welcome to the future. Or should I say, your future. Here in your future, getting away on vacation is a breeze. Your smart suitcase knows where you're going and what you need. And with wind power from your home fueling station, you're off. Don't worry about the house. A PDA with remote control can take care of anything you forgot. You leave your country home in an ultra-light, ultra-powerful, totally networked family car that can take you anywhere this journey because your car's holographic gaming technology keeps you connected to friends back home. You'll travel quickly and safely to places you can't imagine visiting today. And the moment you arrive at your ultimate vacation destination, you're out of this world and into the future. Fortunately, the future is never far away. The end. Or should I say the beginning of your future.
So here's to the next 30,000 years on Spaceship Earth. While no one knows for sure what we'll see or do, I do know it will be quite an adventure. An adventure that we'll take and make together. See you in the future.
Professor Zelensky, Professor William Zelensky, please report to Channing Hall immediately. Oh, and bring your helmet.
Forward. Don't forget to throw the middle stick first.
Welcome to our special drive-through open house. I'm Dr. Nigel Channing, Chairman of the Imagination Institute. Hello. On your tour, you'll see how the 5 human senses can help capture your imagination.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. Taste my chicken. Can I go? Please, please, please.
No, I don't want you out of my sight.
Out of sight? Okay. Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Figment, you are not to interfere with the tour. Our first stop is the sound lab. We'll begin by testing your hearing with a series of tones. Left ear, right ear. Left, right. What? This is odd. Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
It's Figment.
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
Now I've completely lost my train of thought.
No, you haven't. It's over here. All aboard. Woo-hoo! Next stop, imagination. For every sound, your ears are hearing 1,000 thoughts can start appearing, and each of us imagines different things from just a sound. Your mind has wings.
Continuing now, if I may, in a calm, scientific, figment-free manner, the things we see with our eyes can control the eyes of the imagination. Let's begin by using the eye chart to test your vision. Now, all together, if you would please read line 3 and hit.
With F-I-G-L-E-N-T, you can see things differently. Sure, you can see with your eyes, but imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. Follow the bouncing figment.
One spark of light can light your fancy. Your mind sees more than what your eyes see. Your sense of sight can make your fancy fly.
I say imagination must be captured and controlled.
Imagination works best when it's set free. Just turn your imagination loose and anything can happen.
Figment? Oh, he's gone. Our research shows that smells often trigger the imagination, especially when pleasant, familiar smells come into play.
Come into play? I'd love to.
Figment, this is not a good time.
It's always a good time to use your imagination, so let the good times roll. Woo! You win 1 cent.
Figment, don't! Oh, yuck, that really stinks.
Of course, Doc. The nose knows.
One awful whiff can send you reeling. One lovely sniff can leave you reeling. Your mind defines what enters through your nose. That's how you tell a skunk is not a rose.
You know, I'm sorry, but after that big stink in the smell lab, I hesitate to send you into the touch and taste labs. Perhaps I should end my open house right here.
Great idea. We'll go to my open house instead. It's much more fun. Right this way, everybody.
Figment, what is going on? You're turning this entire open house upside down.
Upside down? Now you're talking. That's the best idea you've had all day.
With just a spark of inspiration, I made my house an innovation. Imagination really found around. Next down, tied up, and upside down.
Now here's a real open house. Come on in. So what do you think? Is it me?
More than you can imagine.
Doc, it's exactly what I imagined. Imagination is the brain's open house.
Of course. Imagination is just turning your thinking upside down. Come on, Figment. It's time to get back to the Institute.
I know a shortcut.
Well, if you can't beat them, join them. We all have sparks.
Imagination! That's how our minds create creations.
We set them free and know what they can do. Those magic sparks from me and you.
You see, Doc, I knew you'd get it, because you've got a wonderful imagination.
I do? Oh, yes. Thank you, Figment. And so, as you can plainly see, imagination works the best when it's set free.
You said it, Doc. Imagination is a blast.
folks, elevators to the left if you want to take the wheelchair downstairs.
This is the new guard they have, so you don't come in contact with people. You got this glass right here. It's pretty unique. It's on both sides.
Antes de llegar a Jaminators, nature living with the land. Our journey begins as dramatic and sudden changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching storm may seem violent and destructive to us, but to nature, it's a new beginning in the cycle of life. Precious nutrients and minerals. These elements, when combined with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet. One of those living systems is the rainforest, home to the most amazing concentration of life on our planet. These dense and beautiful forests cover only a tiny portion of the Earth's surface, but they contain more than half of its plant and animal species. Rainforests are also extremely rich and productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicines, and other elements essential to our lives. In the desert, nature has created a very different, but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless sun. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm. Of all the forces at work on the land, Humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods. Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
In farmlands across America, we're learning that by plowing under vegetation containing natural fertilizers, we can enrich the soil without the use of chemicals. In Saudi Arabia and Mexico, we're learning to produce food on desert seacoasts by developing and planting crops that thrive on salt water. Here at Epcot, we're learning to reduce the need for pesticides by using natural predators like ladybugs and wasps to control pests. In Japan, we're learning that by adding composted leaves and other plant material to our soil, we can reduce the need for fertilizers.
How will we meet tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land? Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems, and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times. Welcome to our living laboratories, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world. When we mention farming, you probably don't think of fish, but fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests and still protect natural resources. While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world. These plants are definitely on their way up. Innovative growing techniques like these increase yields while more efficiently using resources like water, fertilizer, and pesticides. Another innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests like aphids and flies, we are significantly reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area. Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature, like these fruit and vegetable trees. By growing these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases. These crops taste as good as they look. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses in restaurants here at the land every year. The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less. In our lab, Epcot scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding and better. These greenhouses represent just a fraction of the work being done worldwide to produce bountiful harvests for our growing population. Scientists, farmers, and even backyard gardeners are doing their part to improve the quantity and quality of foods that we all rely upon. Together, we can continue to find more ways to increase food production and protect our precious natural environment. Only then will we truly be living with the land. On behalf of Walt Disney World, we hope you've enjoyed this unique journey.
At all times, except when actively eating or drinking. Please keep your party together, abide by the queue markings, and maintain
is Soaring. My name is Patrick, and I'll be your chief flight attendant today. We'll begin boarding in a few minutes, but first I'd like to acquaint you with some important safety information. When the doors to your flight open, please take a seat and store all carry-on items in the underseat compartment. This includes cameras, purses, hats, and, of course, these little beauties. Next, fasten your seatbelts, inserting them into the buckle on your right. If smaller aviators don't measure up to the height indicator on the seat, just put the belt through the loop in the center strap before buckling. Nice work, pal. Soon you will be airborne. So if you or your little aviators have a fear of flying or of heights, you might want to wait for your party at the arrival gate. Okay, let's review. That is seatbelt, carry-on item, safety strap, fear of heights, keep your hands and arms inside at all times. Anything else? Oh yeah. Have a nice flight.
Please take your time as you exit and maintain
And
physical
there
distancing
is the
between your party and others all the way down the jetway and throughout your stay.
Very cool.
along the way.
Nemo!
Oh, let's go explore, explore, explore. Let's go explore the big blue world.
Hey, Mr. Ray, we can't explore without Nemo.
I'm sure we'll see him any minute now.
Nemo!
I am looking for my son.
Ooh, I can help. Mario! Where?
No, that's why we're trying to find him.
Find who?
Oh, Nemo! Where are you, Nemo?
Who's Nemo?
He's my son. You know that.
I do.
We went on a huge adventure together.
He's on white stripes and like one of the smaller. See her?
Stop playing games.
Games? I love games. Ooh, I'm thinking of something pink and bouncy that looks like a balloon.
Ah, jellyfish.
Right. Okay, now I'm thinking of something pink, kind of balloon.
That's jellyfish.
You're good.
Jellyfish. Stop fooling around.
Can I get a little light in here? Kind of dark. It's echoey in here.
Sorry, do something.
Hey, look, I'm scared now.
Stop fooling around.
Swim over and say good day to your old pal Bruce. Don't worry, morsel, mate. Fish are friends for food. Delicious friends. I wonder if the
It's the AC! But I've never been in the EAC before!
Just put your fins out and go with the flow.
Right behind you,
Righteous offspring! Awesome!
I'm gonna try!
Whoa! Check out the Mini Marlin! Whoa!
Nemo, give me some fins! Now
Okay, little dudes! Get ready to ride!
Hello.
You want the bartender zapper?
Yes, sir.
Money, right this way.
Mission space.
Attention tech team. Team reporting. We need a TSCP-CSN training ops.
So this is how it is for Corona, y'all. Look at this. A whole
Attention astronaut
to
candidates.
myself.
You have selected Orange Team More Intense Training. If you are prone to motion sickness or made uncomfortable by enclosed dark spaces, simulators, or spinning, you may exit the flight.
Alright, you all, so I just want to show you all, as you can see right now, I'm in mission space, and I have my own capsule, so it's pretty cool, pretty dope. And I'm the pilot, yay!
This meteor storm is directly over your Mars landing site. Proximity alert. Pilot, deploy the shield, now!
That was the big contraption. Thank you. And that's it, we are done.
Yeah, go Soaring. It's like this building called the Land, and then like you walk that way from Soaring, and you're in Nemo, and that whole like aquarium complex. Oh, okay. So, and then there's only one other ride here. It's Jaminators.
Oh, thank you.
the feeling of the pencil and the technical part of the
begin with the capability test to see how your vehicle designs perform under challenging weather and surface conditions.
Monitoring road surface. Connecting to OnStar. SIM-car performance data acquired.
Let's see how your designs hold up now.
Commencing SIM-car off-road and extreme weather sequence. Capability test results displayed and verified.
Now let's see how your vehicles compare when it comes to their efficiency.
Scanning SIM-car for optimal off-road. Gauging EcoScan for aerodynamic efficiency. Drive systems analysis. Hyperspectral imaging in progress. Calculating total environmental impact. Commencing responsiveness test.
Okay, the responsiveness data is now being synchronized.
Automated driving technology verified and active. Automated crash avoidance technology disengaged. Displaying responsiveness data.
Here comes the final test.
Energizing for power test. Displaying power test results. SimTrack performance testing complete.
This concludes your performance testing. You'll be able to see how your Chevrolet custom concept vehicle designs compared with the same car after you disembark.
SimTrack performance testing complete.
Born as rain, falling from the clouds, this water travels to our ocean, where sun and waves send it back to the sky to begin the cycle once again. Everywhere it goes, water is alive with personality, changing form and inviting us to play. More magical than we know, this most precious.
Ready to play? A fun new digital city is coming where you can play with all your Disney friends.
going on now?
Welcome to Mexico.
Thank you.
Looking for the boat ride, sir?
I'm going to the restaurant.
The restaurant? Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you. All right, people, and here we are. San Angel Inn, about to eat lunch. Thank you. Alright, so right now we're in the Mexican Pavilion. As you can see right behind me, we have the beautiful, beautiful volcano. So let's check out the meal. Boy, Justin, peace out. Alright, and then this is the meal right here. I don't want to disturb people. Chips, salsa, and then we got this beautiful view. Amazing. So my meal just came. Check it out. All right, let's do it. All right, how to get into the line.
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Inside the boat, and if you have children with you, please watch. Gracias.
Bienvenidos. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del barco. Y cuide las piernas.
There they go.
For the health and safety of everyone, please wear a face covering at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Wash your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you for your cooperation.
persisting with unselfish act of true love and full
Welcome back. Please remain seated till your boat comes to a complete stop at the dock. Your pass ticket out to the right.
So here we are in Canada. Have to go check it out. Let's go. Pretty cool.
I'm a bull fan. Can you sing a movie about your own country? Can you sing a movie about you, Amelia?
Hello everyone and welcome to our Circle Vision 360 Theater. For your comfort, we have provided you with leaning rails, but we kindly ask that you do not sit, stand, or swing on them. If you need to exit the theater at any time, you may do so by using those doors to my left, to my right, opposite the ones you entered through. And as a final courtesy to those around you, we ask that you dim and silence all electronic devices and refrain from the use of flash photography and video lighting while in our theater. On behalf of myself and the entire Canadian Pavilion, I am proud to present to you Canada Far and Wide.
Legend says the word Canada comes from Kanata, the Huron-Iroquois word for village. And although those early villages have grown into our modern provinces, Canada has remained a cultural mosaic, a place where you can keep and nurture your language and traditions while embracing the future.
All of which has made Canada one of the most diverse, modern, and natural places on the globe. So settle in as we take you on a journey far and wide, across 5 regions, 6 time zones, and 5,700 miles.
Or as we like to say in Canada, 9,300 kilometers, because we have the metric system up here, you know.
We begin on the East Coast in Nova Scotia with one of our true Canadian treasures, the Blue Nose. She not only looks impressive, she can move too. The Blue Nose was once the world's fastest racing schooner.
The Atlantic provinces are well known for their historical towns and traditions, as well as some of the most musical Canadian accents you'll find anywhere in the country.
Just west of the Atlantic in central Canada, you'll hear lots of French accents because French is an official language spoken here.
Quebec City is one of North America's oldest metropolises, a perfect blending of old world meets new.
Its southern neighbor, Montreal, blends over 350 years of multicultural heritage with stunning architecture. And it's the second largest French-speaking city internationally after Paris. Naturellement, both cities offer lots for you to explore and discover.
No matter where you travel throughout the country, one thing you'll discover is that Canadians thrive on and embrace the public exploration of art, theater, dance, and music.
Just west of Montreal is our nation's capital city, Ottawa, a city of museums, festivals, and celebrations.
Oh, and in the winter, don't miss your chance to ice skate on the Rideau Canal. Always a good time. The Thousand Islands Suspension Bridge straddles Canada and the United States across the St. Lawrence River. It's just one of our many natural U.S.-Canadian connections.
Niagara Falls is another. And as any self-respecting Canadian will tell you, our falls are bigger than the American falls.
But they're both really spectacular.
That's true.
Continuing west of our way bigger falls is the provincial capital, the great city of Toronto, one of the largest cities in North America, and in my opinion, one of Canada's best. Did I mention I'm from there?
Did I mention the Toronto Raptors? The North has made history!
third region, the Prairie Provinces. With the Rocky Mountains on one side and the prairies on the other, Calgary is absolutely gorgeous and one of today's most exciting modern cities.
Cowboy hats are proper dinner attire in a region where horse and ranch culture still thrive. As does the annual Calgary Stampede, a spectacle that's been charging along for over 100 years.
Just outside Calgary, the great outdoors become even greater, with activities for every skill and thrill level. And I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge our deep love of a hobby. For many Canadians, it's a way of life.
And a way of life for our dentists, too. I have to admit, in Canada, things can get pretty wild. Actually, very wild.
Our journey continues to the West Coast and British Columbia. The Okanagan Valley is home to two very different environments. The valley's temperate climate is ideal for growing grapes in our wine country. And you'll also find Canada's only desert region. Yes, Canada actually has a desert.
Now grab your coats, because we're heading toward the snowy peaks of Whistler. At Whistler Mountain, you'll find opportunities for almost every winter sport imaginable. Say, are you a fan of heli-skiing?
Hell yes, as long as I'm not the one doing it. Fortunately, it's just one of the many ways to experience these majestic mountains, which were home to much of the 2010 Vancouver Olympics.
And this is Vancouver, tucked right next to the Pacific Ocean. There's more vitality and culture here than you can shake a Canadian maple leaf hat. Cathedral Grove, one of my favorite Vancouver spots. Some of these trees are 250 feet tall.
Trees that have been nurtured by Canada's Indigenous people for centuries. Canada is home to numerous First Nations peoples, a wonderful portrait of multicultural diversity.
Our fifth and final region is the North, divided into Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut. For countless generations of families, this majestic home has provided a traditional lifestyle.
Well, that's just a glimpse of our Canada, far and wide. We hope you know now why we love it so much. Not just for the natural beauty, but for the people who make it so special.
And the best way to really know this country is to experience it yourself. So come visit our Canada. We'd love to have you.
Right now we're in the 360 room in Canada. Pretty cool. Hello. What's going on, people? So it's your boy Mr. Bucket List, and here we are today at this beautiful lake in the World Showcase at Disney's Epcot. Now the park is actually pretty slow and I'm loving it right now, but it just sucks because you gotta wear this mask. I'm not one of the mask carriers, but I will tell you all, like, wearing this in the heat does kind of suck, so just kind of putting that out there. Anyway, this is the World Showcase and it's so beautiful, so I'm gonna give you all a full tour of everything here. Let's get it. Alright people, so we're in this really cool themed area. Really cool. Dope.
We didn't stay there at all.
Yes, we're also known as the Epcot Jammers. Yeah. So now I guess it's just time to jam on. Yeah. A 1, 2, bibbidi boom. Oh, hey, chef, get some lid on it.
Oh!
Chef. Hey, man, I think there's even more on the menu, man. Let's let them know what's up.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up, Chef, because the next portion that we have on our menu is a little dish that we just love to serve up here at Epcot. This is so much fun. All right, everybody, check it out. You get to jam with the Jammin' Chef. Yeah, I'm gonna play with the rock sticks. You guys listen to it. Clap it back to us with your hands. Here we go. Here's the first one. This is easy. Yeah, sir.
From the top of the Motown Ferry back again. Join a little East Coast swag.
for greatness. Excuse me, Mr. Twain.
What's that?
Perhaps you recognize those inspiring words from one of America's great writers.
No, Dr. Franklin, I don't recall writing anything like that.
Oh my, of course not. They're from the pen of John Steinbeck, back in the 20th century. Why, it seems he has nearly the same spirit as the founding fathers themselves.
Well, listen to the proud elder statesman.
Mr. Twain, pride is one of our national passions. Even those who overcome it are proud of their humility.
Easy now. I was born modest. Fortunately, more often. Dr. Franklin is our genuine American antique. I suppose our story began with you.
Actually, it started long before even my time. It started when dreams and visions of a new world were shrouded in the myths and legends of an old world. Finally, through those early mists of uncertainty, sailed the first great adventurers. This tiny ship is the Mayflower, carrying pilgrims in search of their dream, a dream of religious freedom. So, if you pardon an old man's pride, for me, this was the beginning of the American adventure.
There's a land across this ocean I'm waiting to see, a land for these people who dream to be free. So stand by the mainsail, the fierce storms will race. Aloft with King Mates or King Neptune will face. You think that these land lovers never would last? This cargo of pilgrims well before the mast. It's land home behind these, at last we've arrived, and praise be to God, nearly all have survived. But a look for this wilderness brings me to dread that the first bitter winter may leave all more dead. They call themselves pilgrims, these poor wretched souls, with a dream to be free in the new world they're born.
Yes, far from welcoming the early settlers, this land severely challenged them. It was a struggle for survival that gained but a tiny toehold in a vast, untamed wilderness. In the decades that followed, a new challenge began to emerge. We were growing more and more apart from the mother country. Passion began to govern, and she never governs wisely.
The British think it's fools we be. If they tax our trade, then our land will be next, and soon all else we possess.
Hear me now. You are defense against the French and the Indians. Should you not help pay for it?
Parliament's colonial policy is for arbitrary and unjust.
That's nonsense. The same tea that cost you 3 shillings a pound costs us 6.
First, we spoke out with our voices. Then, we spoke out with action. With a powerful climate that led to the Constitution.
Hear ye! Hear ye! By royal proclamation, His Majesty King George III hereby sets the enforcing the law.
But surely we can work something out. Our king feels we've wronged him.
Your king, Tory, either will cut the ties with England or we surrender our liberty.
Finally, the time had come to speak with one voice in a declaration of independence. Good evening, Mr. Jefferson. Have you finished the new draft yet?
Those are new drafts all over the floor, Dr. Franklin. It seems one stroke of this pen brings 2 changes from Congress. I told you John Adams should have written this.
Oh, by his own admission, you can write circles around him.
Mr. Adams has not been prisoner in this loft for 17 days. I shall continue tomorrow.
You must continue now. Thomas, it is difficult to make 13 clocks chime at the same time. But we must carefully justify the separation.
Dr. Franklin, while you slept soundly through the meeting this afternoon, we did manage to justify separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights,
Nothing could ruin today. We're all together. That's what counts. Now, you go ahead, Mr. Brady.
All right, everybody. Oh, real still now.
Two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way, one more blue and one more gray. One more blue and one more gray, as they marched along their way. The fife and drum began to play, all on a beautiful morning. One was gentle, one was kind. One was gentle, one was kind. One came home, one stayed behind. A cannonball don't pay no mind. A cannonball don't pay no mind. If you're gentle or if you're kind. It don't think of the folks behind. All on a beautiful morning. All on a beautiful
At last, the terrible Civil War ended. The time had come to rebuild our shattered nation. And a new wave of immigrants would help us do it. From around the world there came these new Americans. A thousand noble courage all pouring into one. Seems there was a new dawn coming for the American nation. Enough! Enough of your words! Let your new dawn lead to the final sunset on my people's suffering. When I think of our condition, my heart is heavy. I see men of my own race treated as outlaws or shot down like animals. I hope that all of us may be brothers with one country around us and one government for all. From where the sun now stands, I will fight no more forever. The wisdom of the great Chief Joseph reminded us once again of our long, painful journey to the frontiers of human.
Devotion with man to the cause of freedom. Together, they have made this country what it is. We ask justice. We ask equality be guaranteed to us and our daughters forever.
Well, here we are, back in the heat of Franklin's Philadelphia again. We're 100 years old today. We came a long way in that first century. Like Susan B. Anthony, we're still speaking out.
And why shouldn't we, Mr. Twain?
As Tom Edison says, discontent is the first necessity of progress.
Edison, afraid I don't place the name.
Edison's that young phonograph inventor. What, this great hall is filled with new inventions. There's Otis Elevator, Kohler's magnificent steam engines.
And don't forget me telephone, the true hallmark of progress.
Aha! Behold the proud Scots.
That's right. Carnegie Steel built this place.
Aye, and it'll soon build a new concert hall for New York.
Oh, Carnegie Hall, eh? It'll never last. Donating libraries. Andy, that's grand idea.
It's an age for grand ideas.
An era for innovation.
A dawn for new awareness.
A time to challenge the frontiers of a new century.
needed people like Teddy Roosevelt and an outspoken naturalist, John Muir, to get our attention.
Beautiful. Bully beautiful. Those falls are magnificent.
Aye, Mr. President. But it won't last if the timber thieves have their way.
John, you may be right, but the country's growth is putting a tremendous demand on our resources.
Any fool can destroy trees. Why, for more than 3,000 years, God has cared for our giant sequoias, saved them from drought, disease, avalanches, and floods. But He cannot save them from fools.
Now, John, you know I can't ask lumbering to stop completely.
All I ask is that we stop massive destruction. What will our children inherit? Seedlings?
Of course not. I realize we're not building this country for a generation alone. I know we've got to expand our parks.
Then start it here and now. Make this valley a part of Yosemite National Park.
Well, I guess we needed those national parks. Seems the simple life of my day was slipping away. But ready or not, we were soon thrust into the hectic role of a world leader and into the war to end all wars.
Restless one in a world of change, keeping dreams aloft in the rain. Spirit free, soaring through the clouds of time, of time.
Well, Mr. Twain, what do you think of our America now?
I think the founding fathers never dreamed of an America like this.
Of course not. We weren't dreamers, we were visionaries. That is why our Constitution withstands the rigors of time.
Easy now, Dr. Franklin. This nation's still just a youngster, don't you know? Why, some countries have been around for 50 centuries. We're barely in the third.
That's true. But look what we've accomplished in that tiny span of time.
My dear Doctor, earlier you found John Steinbeck so inspiring. And he also shouted this morning. We now face the danger which in the past has been the most destructive to the human: success, plenty, comfort, and ever-increasing leisure. No dynamic people has ever survived these dangers.
I may have invented these bifocals I'm wearing, but I can assure you they are not rose-colored. Mr. Twain, the golden age never was the present age, but with human liberty, we can fulfill the promise and meaning of America. To everyone a chance, believed Thomas Wolfe. To all people, regardless of their birth, the right to live, to work, to be themselves, and to become whatever their visions can combine to make them. This is the promise of America. Mr. Twain, 'tis easy to see, hard to foresee, but I foresee the American adventure to continue a long, long time. America!
today. Just a few reminders. Please wear a face covering at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing. Thank you.
boys and girls, in just 30 minutes. Good evening. On behalf of Walt Disney World, the place where dreams come true, we welcome all of you to Epcot and World Showcase. We're gathered here tonight around the fire, as people of all lands have gathered for thousands and thousands of years before us to share the light and to share a story. An amazing story, as old as time itself, but still being written. And though each of us has our own individual stories to tell, a true adventure emerges when we bring them all together as one. We hope you enjoy our story tonight, Reflections of Earth.
gentlemen.
So as you can see, it has all these things on the ground. That's basically when they're expecting to be busy. This is where they want people to stand, but I'll tell you right now, a lot of these markers don't get used. Thanks for watching the video. If you like what you saw, please check out my channel for more videos just like this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.